Why did the Titan submersible carrying passengers underwater implode when the Titanic itself has been underwater for over 100 years today, but it never imploded? Some people even gave an example with this aircraft here. And this remains unclear to many of us, as many people have made attempts to explain this, and they say the main cause is the difference of pressure from the inside and the outside. That the pressure being exerted on the submersible from the outside is very much greater than the one exerted on it from the inside. But that is not sufficient enough to convince someone who never studied science and someone like me who does not have English as a first language. So that is why in this video, we're going to bring you real-life example that will leave you doubtless about this topic here. So please watch to the end, and also do us a favor and please subscribe to the channel. Now coming back to the topic, like it has already been said, the big truck to which lies every explanation about the topic is pressure. So what is pressure? Pressure can actually be defined scientifically as the force being exerted on an object of surface area. From this definition, we can obtain that the pressure of water is as a result of its weight. But I know many people who believe that the way you feel when you enter a pool is the same way you'll feel when you go deep down into an ocean. That's actually a capital no, because water also has its weight. If you doubt that, fill up a big drum with water and try lifting it. You'll see it will be heavy. That is as a result of the weight of water. The same goes for a deep ocean. There will be increase in pressure because of the weight of the water above you. Let's assume the particles of water are separated like this. As you keep going down, they'll be getting more tight because of the weight of the water above. Now let's come back to the submersible. Everyone said that the cause of the implosion is difference in pressure. Will you believe me today if I said the real cause of the implosion is not the difference in pressure? Regarding the question, what is the cause of the implosion of the submersible? Difference in pressure is a very wrong answer. But when it comes to the question, why did the Titan submersible implode when the Titanic has been underwater for over 100 years but it never imploded? The only correct answer is difference in pressure. Well, I know, question may arise now in your mind, what's the meaning of this? Well, just keep watching, your doubt will be cleared. Let's get done with this topic we have at hand, then we go into this. The difference between the submersible, the Titanic shipwreck, and an airplane underwater is the state of pressure from the inside and the outside for each. There is great pressure difference from the inside and the outside. The only pressure from the inside is the pressure of air, the pressure exerted on the surface as a result of the weight of the people and the stuff inside of the submersible, while the pressure being exerted from the outside is actually the pressure of water at that depth. And the pressure of water at that depth is around 5600 psi, which is about 381 times the approximate pressure of air from the inside. Like I said, the pressure of water at that depth is as a result of the weight of the water above that depth. So the pressure being exerted on the submersible at that depth is almost the same as putting all the water above the submersible at that point into a container and then placing the container on top of the submersible on the ground. Definitely it will smash the submersible because the inside is as good as empty compared to the weight of the water above. Let's take an empty nylon for an example. Fill it with air and tie it up to avoid air from escaping. Let's put it into a container and notice what happens if we keep adding sand on top of it. Okay, now we are adding the sand. Can you see? It started imploding and now it has imploded completely. Okay, what happened? When we first blew air into it and tied it to avoid the air from escaping, the inside was more pressurized than the outside. Then we kept adding sand around and on top of it. So the weight of the sand was now increasing the pressure of the outside. Now it reached a point where the pressure from the inside and the outside are equal. At this point, explosion and implosion are impossible. Then the outside pressure now became higher than that of the inside. So from this point now, it's either the nylon withstand the extra pressure or implode. So when we kept adding sand now, some part of the nylon that was a little bit weaker got punctured and the air inside started escaping because air never loses an opportunity to escape from higher pressure to lower pressure. Another example is putting 3 boxes each containing 50 metal sheets on a table that's only capable of withstanding the weight of 100 metal sheet. 3 boxes will contain 3 times 50, which is 150 metal sheets. So now, since the weight is beyond what the table can withstand, it will definitely collapse. But coming back to the Titanic and an airplane, the only thing that makes a Titanic or an airplane to sink is because water got into them. And as they sink, they'll keep going down until they reach the bottom of the ocean. So while they are going down, the water pressure from the inside and the outside keeps increasing at the same rate because it's the same water at that depth that's going in and out of it. This is the same as taking a nylon, fill it with sand and then pour more sand on it. It will never implode because the rate at which the pressure increases from the outside is the same rate at which the pressure increases from the outside. Similarly, coming back to this table here, we said the legs are only capable of withstanding the weight of 100 metal sheet. If we take out the legs and support the board with metal sheet, there is no way that the weight of the metal sheet will cause the collapse of the table because the same pressure force acting from above is the same reactional force that is given from below. That is the difference between the Titanic, an airplane underwater, compared to the submersible. Now coming back to our earlier topic, that difference in pressure is not the cause of the implosion of the submersible. Why did I say that?